once, twice, 3 times a plague parable. We are gathered here today to observe a holiday of Dungeons and Dragons. Joining me are my 3 apostles, one lovely Atropine Dreams.
Hi, everybody. Hi,
Well,
everybody.
are you going to introduce yourself?
Yes. I'm laughing. Hold on. Hi, everyone. I'm Atropine Dreams, playing Beatrix, our Vulpin rogue sorceress. Going through a lot right now, on a quest for vengeance and murder currently. Let's see if she's successful.
Yes. The second on the left side of the great cult leader stands one KosmoMitch.
Hello, everybody. I'm KosmoMitch, happy to celebrate this wonderful holiday of Mattia's Cute Day with you all. I do also stream on my own channel, KosmoMitch, but today I'm here playing Gabriel, the ferret druid warlock from Alar. He's also in the middle of a bit of a mess right now, but the good news is we seem to have found a potential cure for the plague.
Yes. Do go check out our friend KosmoMitch on twitch.tv/KosmoMitch, where he shall remain in exile for breaking the only tenet in the cult, which is that you do not call the red panda cute. For shame!
For
Oh,
shame.
well.
But the red panda is.
And finally, standing just behind the cult leader, one Brian the Wolf.
Greetings, everyone. I am Brian, and I play Manuelo the Sloth Wizard. Welcome as we celebrate this wonderful time. May spirits raise high, dreams be crashed, and may everyone enjoy this grateful time.
Alright, so we left off with you guys. I actually don't fucking remember where we were. I just remember that we were out with Darian.
Yeah, we were in the hospital with Morgan.
That's right.
Yeah, we had just healed her of the plague.
And I basically told the doctors that I was going to explain what we just did.
Gotcha. Uh-oh. 1 second. It seems my background music audio source has fucked up again.
Oh no.
Delightful. Why? Why does this happen? What are we doing here? Please.
I saw your camera pop up for a second on stream.
There we go. Yeah, I was hoping swapping scenes might fix it. There we go. Okay. Now it seems to be fixed though. Alright, sorry. Back on track. We were with Morgan. We had just cured her of the greater part of the plague. And doctors are busy taking furious notes on what exactly it is that you did and the steps to recreate it.
Now, we hadn't happened yet. I was going to go with them somewhere private to talk them through it.
Okay.
Away from Manuel and Orion.
Understood. In that case, the doctors will ready to depart with you, leaving Beatrix, Manuelo, and Darian in the room with their sick comrade.
Is Morgan still conscious?
After the expelling of the plague, no. she's
Yeah.
she's kind of gone back to sleep.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So what the fuck are we gonna do now? Oh, Darian, please don't make me have to hurt you.
I'm sorry, what? You're gonna what?
Well, we gotta figure out a way to deal with Darian, right?
Oh boy. Okay, maybe we don't figure out. Maybe we don't go with him first.
We should wait for, um... We should wait for Gabriel to get back first before we make decisions and stuff, so that we don't accidentally do something we shouldn't.
Fair. So what? Do we just stand around waiting for Gabriel to come back then? All right. Yeah. I guess that's what we do.
All right. The doctors will leave the room with Gabriel, ask a few probing questions about the exact nature of the magic they used, and a few other tangential biological and magical questions about the plague itself. But soon enough, they're satisfied with Gabriel's answers and just walk their own way back to their offices, seeking to make the best use of their time and knowledge.
Okay. Well, as I'm explaining to them that, I also am explaining to them our information about the wild plague flowers as well and the oil creatures. But the bottom line is that instead of making my way back to the actual patient room, I am leaving the building and making my way to the prison.
Okay. So, you make your way out from the infirmary wagon and are met with the harsh light of the midday sun. Time seems to be slipping away from you. You have only a little while longer before they either move or release Nikolai. How do you proceed?
I'm heading straight there. Knowing that, since it's knowing that I both don't have much time and probably knowing I don't have much time until they are potentially doing something with Nikolai, and probably don't have much time until Darian figures out that I'm not coming back.
All right. You approach the prison, and as you expected, it is positively swarming with guards. One on each corner of the wagon and two at every entrance. One entrance on the east side and one on the south.
Okay. Is the gangplank to the wagon already down, perchance?
Not if you don't want it to be.
I do want it to be.
Okay.
Basically, is there a spot? What I'm hoping to do is, a wild shape somewhere where I can't be seen and sneak into the wagon. I'm trying to find a spot where I can do that without a guard noticing.
Okay. Moving among the other Litfeld wagons, you do find a spot that's relatively quiet. What do you choose to wild shape into?
Alright, before I do that, I am pulling out the amulet, taking a look at it, and undoing the clasp, and then putting it on my person somewhere easy to grab. but I am wild shaping into an ant.
The amulet being Orion's amulet?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, you wild shape into an ant.
Yeah, and then I'm crawling around along, probably timing it so that with somebody crossing, so that in the event that basically the running board does need to be down, so if I have to time it with someone else crossing, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. It takes a good long while well, I say good long while. It's about 4 minutes before someone goes to cross the gangplank onto the prison wagon. Perhaps a visitor of one of the other prisoners. But soon enough, you do find someone to piggyback along with. And you're now on the prison wagon, as of yet unnoticed.
Okay, basically, I'm just crawling under every door I need to make my way into Nikolai's cell.
Okay. Your memory of this place serves you well. You managed to get right into the hallway and directly in front of the door to Nikolai's room without any hassle, crawling along walls, ceilings, and floors as needed. You doubt anyone has even noticed an ant in this room, much less doubted its intentions.
Okay. I'm planning to go inside the room as an ant as well.
All right. As you enter the room, you find the Oxman sitting legs crossed in the middle of the floor, looking a good bit different without the massive blade slung over his back. He is still sitting there in that calm, meditative stance. The room filled with a strange haze.
Okay. Well, my plan is to, crawl around to be directly behind him and then transform back into myself.
Okay.
So it takes him a moment to notice me and he can't immediately tackle me.
All right. Roll stealth.
Okay.
Or performance, your choice.
I will do stealth because that's higher.
Okay.
9.
As you draw a bit closer to the ox, his eyes flutter open. He has a brief look around the room, and then ceases to meditate, standing, walking towards the door, and peering out. It wasn't the intended path, but you are indeed now behind him.
As the ant still?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, once I am, like, definitely far enough out of stomping distance, I guess, I'll transform back.
The Oxman continues to peer out the window, seemingly unaware of your presence.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I will. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I think I do want to try and get answers out of this guy. I feel responsibly, so I'm going to like get into a corner and wait for him to turn around.
All right. Oh, and the moment you have a functioning nose again, you become acutely aware of why there is a haze in this room. The room smells thickly of an iris incense that you smelled loads of when you were living in the Feline Isles.
Okay. Do I know what this does? Does it have any particular effect, or is it just like essential oils basically?
Yeah, pretty much. Just
Okay.
said to bring peace to people, and seems to be what he was using it for.
All right.
Before long, the Oxman is satisfied that no one has approached from outside of the door. He turns his head and notices you. I was wondering. You did not move as quickly as I had expected.
The city didn't want us to interfere.
And yet, you stand before me. Impressive.
Okay, do we want to continue or switch back over?
Is that you handing the spotlight over?
Yeah. Like, if we want to give Beatrix a chance to get over before I potentially end in, I don't know, conclude things, then I think we should.
Okay. Beatrix, Manuelo. It has been just under 15 minutes since Gabriel left the room. Certainly a long time to be talking to doctors, even about the plague. How do you respond?
He's been gone for quite a while, right, Beatrix?
Right. Question. Is there like I don't know how fancy these folks are. Is there medicine in the room with us? Like are there vials we could look through and stuff like that?
Not in this room. It's mostly just a place for patient housing.
Damn. All right. Where's Darian? Is he's just sitting watching us the whole fucking time?
Yep. Sitting in a little chair, swinging his legs, humming some song he heard once upon a time.
How many exits to the room are there?
Unless you're counting windows, just one.
I'm counting windows.
Then there are 3 exits.
All right, all right.
Manuel was just gonna like lean into Beatrix and whisper, "Give him hell for me, please."
Do you think you can distract Darian?
Well, seeing by the fact that you're looking at all the windows already, even if Darian were to cast a spell, I'll be able to handle it and most likely stop him for a bit.
Fair. Do the windows look secured at all, or are they just would they be fairly easy to get through?
The windows don't appear to be designed to open, but they would break pretty easily.
Okay. That is frustrating though, because that means there's gonna be noise. See, that makes me just want to knock him out. Any chance that one really good hit to the back of the head with the butt of that rifle will knock Darian unconscious?
I feel like I can't answer that truthfully without giving you metagame information.
I know. I know.
What class was he again?
He's a wizard.
That is equally metagame information, even though it's pretty clear he's a wizard.
Well, yeah. So I'm gonna do. Don't worry. I think I got something. I'm gonna roll investigation to try to figure out what his arcane focus is.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Can't stop us with spells if he doesn't have his arcane focus.
Hold on, I gotta look up one of my things because that might help me get that off of them.
Fuck. God damn it! I'm proficient in this, and I got an 8. I rolled a 2.
With an 8 on investigation, was it?
Yes.
With an 8 on investigation, you have a good look over Darian and his form and his clothing, but he's not holding or wearing any particular object that you recognize as an arcane focus.
I thought I could do something so cool. God damn it.
That would have been great. That would have been so good. Oh goodness. Okay, what are we gonna do here? We've got to get past him. I don't really want to hurt him, but I also don't want to immediately alert everybody that something is going on, so I'd rather not break the window. I think. You got any ideas, Manuelo?
Yeah, I was gonna try to steal his fucking arcane focus.
Well, okay, sorry, I just got back from the bathroom. Has he noticed that I've disappeared?
Not apparently.
Thank you for giving me an idea.
Okay.
Hey, Darian.
Yes?
Gabriel's been gone for a while.
Well, so he has. What of it?
Well, I'm just bringing this up because usually you don't talk to the doctor this long unless it's bad news and everything. He might need someone as support.
Support though he may need, I've been tasked with looking after you all. Especially this one, he says, pointing directly at Beatrix. So, I'm afraid I can't leave.
Well, yeah, but what if he's using this chance to escape from you? How bad would that look on you?
He's a secondary charge.
Beatrix is the primary charge?
Yes.
Huh.
Even if Gabriel is doing something wrong, it would look worse on me if I took my eyes off of Beatrix, even for a second.
Oh God, how awful of a person am I gonna be here?
I'm looking, seeing if I have anything to block his eyes for a second.
I have a plan, but oh my God, it's an awful plan. It's so ethically fucked.
Wait, no, I have something better.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Darian,
Yes?
catch. And I'm just like, God, this is mean.
Oh no.
What do you?
I'm gonna say catch. I'm just gonna like toss the red panda straight at his face.
The panda, attuned with you, and therefore somehow knowing your intentions, splays its limbs out, preparing to catch Darian by the face.
Oh God, I'm so mean. I'm sorry, little Maddie.
Okay, well, hey, that's way better in some ways than what I had in mind. Any chance we can just run out while he's being attacked by little Maddie?
Yeah, with a 6 on the dexterity saving throw, he is unable to stop the red panda from latching on to his face. Darian, who of course can handle a little familiar, thinks this is a game and giggles as he tries to push the red panda off of him. The red panda doing its best to keep latched on, but it does seem Darian, at least for right this second, is sufficiently distracted.
Yeah. Okay, so running out, dashing out as quick as possible. Do we need to keep up with action economy here?
No, I'll let you know when it becomes relevant.
Okay, so yeah, I would assume me and Manuelo are just going to immediately fucking dash out, and as soon as we are out of sight of Darian, but before we leave the medical infirmary wagon that we're in, headed to the prison, I'm going to upcast invisibility so that I can turn us both invisible on our way there. Just before we leave this wagon so that no one sees us leave and head towards the prison.
All right. Manuelo, is it just a static thing that you can always see through the eyes of your familiar?
I think he has to like swap out and can't do anything in his normal his normal form to tap into the familiar. Is that right?
Give me 1 second. I'm searching it up real quickly. Oh, I couldn't breathe for a second. So when my familiar is within 100 feet of me, I can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, I can see through my familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of my next turn, gaining the benefits of any special senses that the familiar has. During this time, I am deaf and blind with regard to my own senses.
Okay, got you. All right. Just wondering, because I was wondering if I should give you the live feed of what Darian's doing while you guys are running.
I would love that as long as we're within that 100 feet.
Well, once you're outside the door and headed toward the prison, I'm afraid that becomes untenable. But in the brief moments before you were out of range, you see Darian finally wrenching away the red panda, tossing him up into the air and encapsulating him in a light green bubble. Darian has a look around, says, "Ah, shucks," before standing and darting out of the room himself.
So before Darian leaves the room, I'm going to temporarily dismiss the red panda so then I can just bring him back to me whenever I want.
All right.
And then I'm just gonna, like, as soon as I have control, I'm just gonna be like, he's coming after us already.
Yeah, well, we've got some head start, and we're hauling ass as far as I'm concerned. And we're invisible, so we don't have to worry about anyone but him, most likely.
God.
All right. Now that we've made a little headway towards getting them there, Gabriel, would you like to begin your questioning?
Sure. Alright. So, I guess approaching him, my opening question is, why are all of you so hell-bent on bringing her in?
It would be unwise of me to try to rationalize the other's motives. Me, it is because I am bound to do so. It is my employer's will.
So you're just blindly following the commands of that weird creep you call a boss?
This weird creep is not the one I call my employer. No. The employer is his father, a trade baron in the Isles.
Okay.
Sorry, leaning to Beatrix, giving a little nudge because I've forgotten his name.
The Baron?
Yes.
I don't think we've given him a name yet.
God
Okay.
dang it.
All right.
Okay.
Ever referred to him as the Baron? I've been trying to think of a surname for this family that sounds appropriate. It's been a pain in my ass.
All right. I'm content with just the Baron for now. I guess I'll say. I mean, the next. I mean, I guess my follow-up is, well, she seems to think going back is a fate worse than death.
I'm certain that it is. At least in her case.
And that gives you no pause?
He takes in a breath, exhales, and says, "It is not a mercenary's job to question, to know, or to decide for themselves. I have been paid to handle a contract. She is my contract. That said, recent events have spurred me to..." He pauses, again, seeming to be trying to find proper words, to rethink this arrangement somewhat.
Okay. I think I understand what you mean.
It would seem... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I think it would be more useful for him to explain.
It would seem that the other pillars of our excursion do not adhere to the same honorifics as I.
Gabriel is definitely trying not to retort back with something snarky, but I'm going to politely nod to that. Yeah, so I guess I'll look to him and say, well, I certainly agree with that. It seems that the Foxman has some sort of full control over Beatrix. Any idea how?
My best guesses, due to his nature and his particular skills, it is either deep psychological programming or very powerful mind magic. Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay. I'm guessing the only way we get rid of that is to get rid of him.
I wouldn't be so certain.
With that, I'm gonna, look up at him curiously. any lead in any lead you can think of in particular?
If this magic was built to make her solely subservient to but one person, there is a genuine concern that the absence of such a person may leave her, let's not say addled, but unfit to continue her adventures. I believe that is the kind of vice that has been placed upon her neck. That if she should ever eliminate him to a permanent end, she will go down with the ship, so to speak.
Oh. Okay. Well, how... Does that mean that does this connection make it easy for him to find her? Or do you have to track us some other way?
To be honest, I am uncertain. Though an internal connection and understanding of her position without need for physical observation would explain some of his behavior as of late.
What?
He always seemed acutely aware, even when scouts did not have eyes on poor Beatrix, of when was and was not a good time to continue our pursuit. And, well, the last time you were in this place, of your own volition, was a decidedly bad time.
Oh.
And yet, shortly after she returned to our wagon, he seemed to know that then was a good time to send the scouts out one last time, to ensure that the coast was clear for our incursion.
Gabriel swallowed hard at that. Right. Okay. So, do you think you're sticking with them?
They are but cowards who fled in the heat of a challenging battle. At the mere threat of intervention, no less. Far as I could tell, no guards would even arrive for another 20 minutes. Or at least, that was when I was apprehended. They had more than enough time to see their mission through, but they fled. This is not the way of a warrior, and not one I can abide. We're gonna toss the spotlight back over to Beatrix and Manuelo for just a second.
Alright.
All right. Hi. Holy fuck. Wow.
Alright.
Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
try not to have a crisis. But, good luck making your way here.
Holy shit.
I see fucking Antonio. All hands on deck, that motherfucker going to die.
No, apparently we can't.
We can't what?
It sounds like that will probably kill Beatrix in return.
Bro,
Right.
this is fucked.
Please read your
Wow.
DMs as well, Atropine.
Okay, hold on.
I'm gonna drop him then. Not kill him, knock him the fuck out, and drag him to hell.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Oh god, but anyway, we gotta get in there. Fuck, we gotta get in there. Alright. Do we face any issue getting to the prison wagon or getting into the prison wagon given we are invisible?
Getting to the prison wagon, no. But unfortunately, you two aren't going to be as lucky as Gabriel was in getting someone to cover your infill.
How many... Because the outside of the wagon is still fairly small. How many windows, doors, how many guards are posted?
So it's one on each of the, it's one on each of the corners of the wagon, and two at each door. And there are 2 doors.
Are they on the running boards or the roof?
The running boards.
Fuck. So our only hope would be if there's a hatch on the roof, but then we have no clue what we're climbing down into. Otherwise, we'll have to wait for somebody else to go in or come out and try to move our way in. Oh no, because I can't stay invisible and cast another cantrip. Fuck.
What cantrip were you thinking of casting?
I was gonna do minor illusion or something, trying to distract guards at least one of the fucking doors or windows or something so that we could sneak in.
Yeah, the thing is, neither of you can cast anything without turning visible again.
Yeah.
You could, like, attempt to throw something from behind a wall and hope that that will count as a distracting thing to the guard.
Oh god, I'm trying to remember what that movie was when they did that. Oh, Bolt with a penny.
Yeah, that's my best guess is, spells won't work, but if you throw a rock or something, maybe we'll hope the guards are not particularly
Yeah, we
concerned
can
with the source of the rock being thrown.
Yeah, we can hope it's video game mechanics where they just go and be like, look at this fucking rock that just came flying out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Would you like some aid from an unlikely ally?
Who are we talking unlikely?
Have a look at the stream screen when you get a moment. You do have advantage. Very well. While you are sitting around pondering your next moves, oh fuck, that's right, audio did die when I swapped to the screen. Alright. Oh no, that probably means it did earlier when you guys were... Oh shit. Okay, well. So, tell you what, let's just get off this screen as fast as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and handle these rolls. That first one was a 69. Nice. And the second one was an 83. Alright.
Even better.
Transitioning back. Okay, I gotta get that fixed.
Okay, can you hear everybody again?
Yes.
Hi, Mimic.
Yeah.
Mimic cute.
It was...
Hi, Mimic. Back from the beyond.
Hopefully.
Let's see. How do I... make sure I can set it up specifically for this screen.
Oh,
And
Mimic saying audio fixed.
Phew.
yeah, audio's fixed because I'm back on the screen that has the audio sources.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. I was concerned.
Yeah. No, you're good now.
Cosmo, what was that adorable little fucking sneeze you just did?
That was just a phew, not an actual sneeze.
Oh, that was so cute.
All right.
Oh.
Are those really the only two audio sources? Oh, shit, guess they are. Okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know, Mimic. I'll have that fixed for next stream. Actually, for this stream, but also next stream. So on an 83, while you are sitting there pondering, entering the best move, you feel a rush of wind as Darian rushes past your invisible form. He runs directly up to the guards in front of the door and says, "We need to bolster security around the invasion prisoner. There's been a breach of security, and I believe someone's coming to harm him." The guards give the otter a knowing nod, and one of them opens the door to head inside.
We totally following. We ducking in with them. Come on, that's our opportunity.
The problem though is that they're gonna catch Gabriel.
No. Okay, they're gonna be posting it. They don't have any reason to believe anyone's in there now. It doesn't look like, because Darian didn't even say that. He said he believes someone is coming.
Well, yeah. Normally though, when they're posting someone outside the cell, they do another check.
Yeah, we'll see. I have the ability to turn back into an ant. Or other... I have options, I guess I should say.
Yeah, if Gabriel starts hearing a whole bunch of drama, he can turn back into an ant. We can sneak into the cell while the door's open. We can wait for all the people to leave, and then we turn visible again, and Gabriel unants himself, and bam, we're good.
As long as you have invisible... Wait, shit. Once you get inside, how are you getting back out?
Well, I imagine if we kill the man, we're gonna be drug out.
Oh, I see Mimic's reaction. Oh no.
Oh yeah, Mimic, Darian's here. A different iteration of Darian, but he is our boy.
Yeah, because the thing was, if I mean, if Gabriel makes the move, he can escape, but no... I mean, he can make the lethal blow and escape. But it sounds like we might need to, we might not need to kill him. But, you know, you two don't know that yet.
Yeah, and needs be damned, Beatrix wants to kill the motherfucker. You gonna have a hard time convincing her not to. You can do it, but it's gonna take some fucking convincing.
Yeah. We'll see. Okay. You do what you're gonna do.
But yeah, we're gonna duck in with them and look for our friend Nikolai.
All right. Following the guard's lead, you step into the prison. Gabriel, you very suddenly hear the rushing sounds of footsteps from outside of the cell.
Okay, how does Nikolai react?
Nikolai merely looks knowingly at the door and says, "You might wish to hide."
Okay. So aside from is there like an actual decent hiding spot I could use, or is my wild shape realistically the only feasible option?
In a room this small, I think it's gonna be wild shape.
All right, then I will wild shape back into the ant. I was hoping to find a different option. Still get to use that as my escape route. Okay, yep, wild shaping back.
Nikolai replaces himself on the floor, back in his regular meditative posture, subtly lowering a hand to allow you to crawl onto it.
Okay, will do. And I guess hide in his sleeve or something.
He does not speak any words to communicate his intentions. Gabriel disadvantage. Oh no.
You ain't killing my little otter child.
I had no intention of doing that!
Mimic this.
You piece of shit.
Mimic. Mimic, you're thinking we're killing the wrong person. No. We're killing
not.
somebody else.
We're not killing Darian. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Yeah, I'm tempted not to let him redeclare that, but I really think I should. Because I think there's been a misunderstanding. Gabriel from the beginning has not wanted to kill anyone.
Jeez.
Oh no.
I just spent so long trying to figure out something other than knocking him out because I don't want to hurt him.
And then I just like lovingly tossed the red panda, and the red panda just became a eye mask.
Yeah, currently there's no plans to kill Damien.
But yeah, once you've crawled back up safely inside Nikolai's sleeve, you hear the door fling open. Nikolai pretends to be...
Oh goodness, Automon.
I'm gonna allow that because I don't want to ban that phrase. But
Yeah.
but at the same time, that's a lot of caps.
Yeah. Is that a quote?
I heard killing, I heard our child, I finna kill him. Out of context, that's actually hilarious.
Maddie, that's a quote now. That's a quote.
Yep, I got it. But yeah, the door flies open, and a guard steps in. Nikolai pretends to be somewhat surprised, as a guard seizes him by the opposite arm and says, "Alright, you're coming with us. We gotta take you to confinement." Confinement? Why? Security risk. We'll explain everything in just a moment, sir. Very well. Nikolai will stand and be taken, flanked by a pair of guards on either side, and one captain. Or not captain. One... Jeez, what's the next thing? The next step up from a general guardsman.
I don't know. Let's just say supervisor.
Yeah, lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
Stands behind him, sword already drawn, as he is guided deeper into the prison proper, down a flight of stairs, and into a row of steel cells. Each of these doors is very, very thick steel plate with no windows, not even labeled. They take him to the nearest cell and put him inside, thankfully unaware that they're currently being followed.
Okay, did you say windows?
There are no windows.
Darn it. Okay.
The guards will step inside only briefly to remove his shackles, though the door is left open while they are doing so, allowing Beatrix and Manuelo to slip inside. Once they've finished their business, Nikolai sits on the very rusty iron-framed bed at the back of the room, rolling up his sleeve to let Aunt Gabriel out.
Yeah, alright. Yep, okay, I will transform back. Please don't tell me it's a solitary size.
It is.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Okay, well, the good news is I won't I won't be making this awkwardly uncomfortable with my size, but, you know, I am transforming back.
All right.
Alright, well, um, it sounds like the others are on their way, so probably don't have too much more time.
Let me be clear. I'm aware of why you've come to this place, or aware of your likely intentions. Fret not. My feet are planted. If it is your will to slay me, I advise you do so quickly. And with that, he will bow his head to you.
Gabriel's gonna... Wait, hold on, are the others in the room?
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to. Where,
I guess, well, I'm gonna say, if you walking free means that we are, means that you can, God, how do I want to say this? Sorry. If you have no intention of assisting them further and could potentially interfere, then I see no value in snuffing your life.
Fuck that, Beatrix says as she punches him in the fucking face.
Shit.
Gabriel or Nikolai?
Nikolai?
Oh, okay, I guess now I'm aware they made it.
Oh. Nikolai's face does not budge as his gigantic neck muscles hold it in place. The punch hurts your hand a bit.
Beatrix?
I don't get a roll or nothing. You just gonna fucking gonna do me like that?
Yes.
Okay, well, I think that counts as an attack and takes off the invisibility.
Yep.
Oh yeah. He's totally visible now as she's pulling out her rifle and shoving it in his fucking face.
Manuel is... Oh no. Manuel is like jumping on the barrel, just like, nope, 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 wait.
What the fuck do you mean, wait? We're in here. This is what we're here for. I've got some questions I want answered, and then I'm killing him.
Okay, well, just so you know, with it, whatever curse whatever curse or something that he placed on you, it seems that, he's able to keep tabs on you at all times. And
Oh.
also, if we kill Emilio, is that his name?
Antonio, the poisoner?
No. Emilio.
The fox man.
If you're speaking of the wizard, yes, his name is Emilio.
Yeah, if we kill Emilio, the curse might harm you as well.
You can see every muscle in her body fucking tense up as she's like fighting off a look of fear as she just like stares Nikolai down and is like, he told you this? How do you know?
Are you asking him that?
Yeah, she's asking him how he knows that or why, what makes him suspect that.
I've been employed to your Baron for a very long time. I know the way his son operates. I've often operated alongside him. I know his spiteful methods, his security measures, and how often those two things are one and the same. If he had any will to keep you under his thumb, he's likely left a little surprise for you for when he's gone.
Not you fucking people. Can't just let me live my fucking life, can you? Years I was away. Why the fuck are you after? Why are you here now? I left the country. Why the sudden change in heart if he's always known where I've been?
He shrugs and says, "Perhaps the bishop finally sees an opening."
It's all you have to say. You'd think you'd be a little more forthcoming with the information given the situation.
Nikolai looks up at Beatrix and says, "If you treat every move they've made so far as though it were happening on a chessboard, I promise it makes sense to him. For he is not an avid player. He believes now he's spotted some tactical advantage, some thing that makes you less prepared for his attack now than ever. And he intends to seize upon that opportunity. The question is, have you prepared for this possibility adequately?"
What fucking possibility? What's with you and the cryptic bullshit? Always.
"Walk with me here, Beatrix," he says, looking up almost directly down the barrel of your gun, and says, "You are a rook. Straightforward, predictable, but capable of moving in broad strokes. If you were to pull the trigger, you might indeed take out a pawn. But there is a knight," he says, gesturing towards the door, "or two, or three, or many, very nearby, keen to take action should you kill me."
I'm gonna look over at Beatrix. I doubt the Litfeld police will be happy if we do this. And, yep. And, hold on. I doubt the Litfeld police will be happy. We'll probably be kicked out and exiled for who knows how long.
In the last few days, I have had a chance him and Antonio both. Two people who, if who are the worst scum. You don't get it, Gabriel. You I'm just supposed to walk away? After everything? When I finally have such a wonderful, perfect moment, I just have to fucking let it go again?
Beatrix, please. I'm sorry. I don't know how much you trust Nikolai's word about about abandoning those two, but he's at least told me that he doesn't want to deal with me, that he doesn't consider them worthy of his help. And I have no intention of stopping you from murdering Antonio if you get the chance.
Oh no, Antonio's mine.
Alright, I'm looking over at Manuelo with a shushing
Fine,
face.
fine.
We just need to get out of this room.
Fine.
Oh my god.
And I'm grabbing the barrel with my hand in an attempt to move it slowly.
Sorry, go ahead.
You don't get it, Gabriel. You don't fucking understand. I want to roll insight on Nikolai, because this feels like bullshit. Even if he doesn't like them, I don't feel like he would turn on them because he works for the Baron. I don't see him with his whole honor shtick doing that. And I'm also going to use Tides of Chaos here.
Ooh.
So tempted to give you that damn magic. What's it called?
Wild Magic Surge.
That. So tempted to give you that here, but it would immediately detonate any chance you have of getting out of here stealthily.
Glad I did that. That's an 18.
Well, so here's the thing.
Don't worry, you'll be dealing with one later.
Manuelo made a promise to mitigate it as much as possible. So he will fucking counterspell if need be.
Fair. Not exactly how Wild Magic Surge works, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. Beatrix. On a 19. You've always found Nikolai to be a little unreadable, but there is a grain of truth to what he says. His allusion to the idea of ensuring that all possibilities are covered seems to indicate that he's had some forethought about the choice he intends to make once he leaves this place. Moreover, his little pep talk serves to highlight for you how, at least through the method you have presented, he has covered every possibility should you choose to shoot him. He knows that you will likely be exiled, imprisoned, or killed if you choose to use a gun to do so. And looking about the room, he seems a little pleased with himself, because he doesn't think you have any other way to do it.
So he at least seems somewhat genuine. God damn it. Oh, why couldn't he be lying? That would make this so much easier. Alright. she'll lower the fucking gun. Very frustrated. She lets out a very frustrated breath as she just turns towards the door and starts banging on it and starts yelling out to the guards to let her out before she kills this man.
I guess I'm looking over at Nikolai. If you do manage to find out what the hell he's done to her, and can send word to us, please, I beg of you.
He nods and says, "Things will be more difficult, given that I refuse to leave with them. But I still have some standing with the Baron, I'm certain. If I learn anything more, I will share it with you."
Thank you. And I'm reaching out for a handshake.
He extends his hand to yours, dwarfing you easily in his massive palm.
Yeah.
Very gently shakes your hand and says, "This has been fun, but if you do not intend to end me now," he says, tilting his head slightly to look at Beatrix banging on the door, "I suggest you find an explanation for how you managed to get in here and what precisely you are doing."
I mean, we can always go with the truth.
I got kidnapped. Simple as that.
I look over at Manuel. We came to get answers to important questions about Emilio.
Oh no, I'm not trying to get in trouble right now. I got kidnapped.
Gabriel's face palming. But gonna look at the others and just wait for someone to open the door.
Yeah, assuming they have been heard and someone is coming, Beatrix is going to turn back to Nikolai and just say, "Don't think this is over. If I ever see you again, and you will pay for the years that you stood quietly by while that family tore that island to shreds. And me and everyone I love with it."
"An equal penance for the time I spent tearing it apart myself," he says with a nod. "All of this is owed to you, Beatrix. And I promise you will get your chance."
Well, that's caught off guard by the fact that he actually just seems to be being kind of genuine here, which is surprising to her. She's just going to look at him for a moment and say, "And how is home?"
You might be... Forgive a bit of cognitive dissonance, but it's thriving, actually. It's become something of a wealthy hub of trade. Your people are doing better than ever. To hear the Baron tell it, I'm sure there are white lies mixed in with the reports.
Of course. As far as anyone's concerned, that island's been a thriving paradise for years.
So long as it was under the Baron's rule, of course. The stories they tell to keep their heads above water. I wonder if they yet realize that they are already in check. He shrugs and says, "Time will tell." And just as he finishes that sentence, the guards.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
Matrix, is there any chance you have enough, more high level invisibility?
No. No.
Okay, so,
well,
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have a spell slot that could get all three of us. I would need a fourth
Yeah.
level.
Well, no, if you have multiple, then at least if you have some, at least get yourself.
Why?
Again, you were the highest priority who will most likely get in higher trouble than, like, me.
Yeah, but she's also the one everyone knows and was probably expecting this from, ergo the ridiculous amount of security. But fair enough. Let me see what I can do. Well, I can at least get myself if I don't have to get either of y'all.
Yeah.
If you have sorcery points to spend, you may be able to get everyone out of here.
No, I would need because it's concentration, and I can only upcast it one level, so I can only get one extra person.
Oh, gotcha.
Also, they would know because I was the one screaming at the door about
Oh, right. Yeah, don't bother then.
Ah,
We'll just
fair.
all get out of here together.
Since we're doing this, Manuel is like gonna get down on his knees, his hands behind his head. And he's like, "I suggest y'all do the same if y'all don't want to get roughed out."
Okay, sure. Gabriel will assume the position.
Lovely wording there. Beatrix will not. She's just gonna stand there and wait for the door. I don't know what's up with y'all, but
Oh, okay, then no. Gabriel will help Manuelo up. We're
I don't know what y'all
not bothering with this, then.
God fucking damn it! I'm trying to avoid getting beaten up by the cops.
I don't think that we're in a solitary cell. If we don't start making a run for it, then I don't think they'll be bothered.
Yeah, and whatever consequences come, I'll take them on my feet. Thank you.
Sticking with that, it was kidnapped story then.
Okay.
The door swings open, and the lieutenant looks a bit perplexed as he looks around the room, then at the guards who let Nikolai in, then back at the three people standing around Nikolai. I do hope
Hi.
there is a good explanation for this, he says, before very swiftly putting his hand on Beatrix's wrist and saying, "But for now, let's go."
Oh God, I wanna be sassy. She's just why? Of course, he immediately grabs her. Just
High risk.
she just looks at him and is like, "Oh, all right, lead the way."
He recoils with a disgusted look on his face before grabbing your wrist once more and leading you out of the cell.
Yeah, she doesn't put up a fight. She goes with him. If he hadn't grabbed her, she was just gonna push past him and walk out anyway. So
Yep, Gabriel will follow along.
Manuel is following. He's just like, yeah, I'm trying not to die. Don't mind me.
Lieutenant, all the while, is just muttering to himself, "Fucking Simmons. I know I shouldn't have left him on guard duty today. And to guard a high-value prisoner, what the hell was I thinking?"
Hey, Simmons was doing good, okay?
As soon as you are back in the public hall, there is Darian looking a bit disappointed. Before the lieutenant spins Beatrix around and says, "Just what the hell were you doing in there?"
first off, calm the fuck down. She says, yanking her fucking arm away from him now. I'm a fucking person, bitch. Second off, I was gonna kill him, and lovely, lovely character growth and friendship has taught me, unfortunately, that that's not the way to handle our problems. So you can thank Saint Gabriel for your prisoner being alive.
I'm gonna look up at him and shrug. We needed to talk to him to deal with some of our issues.
That's precious, and I'm praying for your mental health, but you are going to cost me and several other guardsmen our jobs. Get out of here, stay with Darien, and for God's sake, please, do not come back.
All right. Yeah, tell Sabine that we're sorry, and to please not hold it against any of the guards.
Lieutenant sighs and says, It's too late. It's too late. I have to write a report now because of you.
Okay, well, I can give you the details of how I broke in to better fortify the place next time.
Please do. That would be very welcome.
Okay,
Okay,
but what the fuck?
I'll submit a detailed report when I get the chance.
Manuel is just gonna be looking just like, should I try something or should I just let this go how it goes?
Gabriel, what if we ever need to break in here again?
We shouldn't need to.
The lieutenant already has his hand on his sword after Beatrix said that.
I don't want them all getting fired over our little stunt.
They won't get fired. They'll be fine. Cullen and Sabine will yell about it, and all will be well.
Gabriel's gonna go ahead and just start walking back over to Darien.
Yeah, same with Beatrix. Beatrix is just gonna go up and say, "Hey, Darien, sorry."
Darien just has his arms folded, looking away from you, all pouty.
I got dragged along, I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, kid. Don't be like that. You'll understand one day when you have mortal enemies of your own.
And here I thought we were friends. I was gonna get promoted to head concierge if I did a good job, and you all ruined it, he says, kicking a rock across the floor.
Oh, come on. I'm sure that's not true. You've been wonderful.
And listen, now that we've gotten that issue dealt with, we won't be any more trouble, I promise.
Fine. But you're taking me out for Mochi, he says, pushing a finger up under Beatrix's chin.
It's a deal.
Darien goes back to being all huffy and pouty as he gets behind you all, making sure you leave.
Alright, I think we're headed back to the room.
Yeah, headed back to the room and all our folks.
Oh no.
Why do you say, oh no?
Maddie, I think you know what's in my head that I'm about to do.
No, I don't.
Red Panda gonna get some more airtime.
Where are we running off to?
No, I gotta be responsible.
No, now I'm curious. What was your plan? What were you going to do?
I was gonna do the Red Panda throw again and just run to the wagon.
Why?
What's
It's a
the point of
race.
that?
That's so rude.
I was gonna race the others and be like, first one there, well, last one there's a rotten egg.
Oh, okay, just some shenanigans.
gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, the funny shenanigans, but I gotta be more grown up.
Alright, yeah, okay. Bottom line, we're heading back. We got our answers and we managed to not get kicked out of here for murder.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry, I just
What?
got a really exciting email.
Ooh.
I can talk about this. Yeah, I can talk about this. Maybe. Oh, should I
Okay.
spoil it though?
Nah. Keep
Yeah,
everyone in suspense.
yeah, we'll save it for later. This is y'all's time. So, on your way back, are you headed back to the big wagon then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darian will follow the group back, and you'll find your gracious host waiting outside of the wagon,
Oh.
his hands clasped in front of him. Well, 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 well. Look who decided to come back. Howdy, Beatrix.
Colin, hi. How's your day been so far?
It has been delightful. I was woken up at 9 o'clock in the morning hearing that there had been a security breach. Now, you wouldn't happen to know anything about that, now would you?
What? Me? Little me? Why would you think that?
Besides, I heard that the security breach is dealt with and that your high-profile prisoner's still alive.
That's delightful. Good job, Darian. We're going to have a talk after this, by the way, he said, pointing to Darian.
Oh, Colin, leave the boy alone. It's not his fault. If you want to prevent security breaches, you need more adult security.
Oh, please. Darian's far more capable than any of the quote-unquote adults around here. Listen, Beatrix.
What?
Listen, Beatrix, I don't take you for a fool, so I'm not going to mince words, okay? You fucked up. And now, you and the rest of your party are going to be confined to that wing until we have moved Nikolai somewhere safe. Understood?
Cullen, is that necessary? I didn't kill him. I walked away. I've grown as a person since you last knew me, in case you couldn't tell.
Oh, and that just makes my heart swell. I wish you could understand. Oh, it grew 3 sizes this day. Go to your room.
Ouch. We've been grounded. Ow.
Okay, are we able to have guests over? We needed to talk to someone about something important.
I apologize, but it'll have to wait until Nikolai's been moved.
Okay, well, can you send a message over to a brethren named Vitor that we're over in the big wagon, but we can't speak to him yet?
Oh,
That can be arranged.
Okay.
Any chance Rima is still here?
I gotta remember how the last conversation with Roma went. Oh, never mind. I remember exactly how it went. I do believe she's still asleep. You know, Rema.
Okay, great. Well, see y'all up there. Beatrix says as she heads into the wagon.
Manuel is just gonna grab Gabriel. He's like, why? Why Vitor?
We need to find out all we can about the issue we're dealing with. If he sticks to his word, he has no intentions of harming any of us.
That's good, but he tried to kill everyone. I'm also nervous because he's probably my only link to finding out what actually happened with my brother.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I think that you should talk to him.
I know, but I can't get over the fact that he tried to kill everyone, Gabriel. Okay?
I'm not asking you to forgive him or anything. For now, we just need the information that he has. In order to get that, we have to talk to him.
I hate how you're right sometimes.
I'm sorry.
Well, come on, we've been grounded.
Yeah, if we hurry in, we might still be able to throw things around the room without getting yelled at.
True, let's go.
All right. As you all step back into your room, the lighting has been changed. While the scene itself is still of the Arloris beach, the sun has been made to fully set, to fully go down. And it seems that the mood of the room has been changed to nighttime, though it is still midday outside.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You wonder if this was an intentional choice. As a cat rushes up to Gabriel, a dog rushes up to Manuelo, and Beatrix can faintly hear the sound of snoring from a nearby bungalow.
Alright.
There you are, tiny prince. I was afraid something had happened to you, he said. Onro said, grabbing Manuelo by the shoulders, picking him up into the air, and then pulling him in for a tight hug.
Yes. It's great to see you. Everything's fine, don't worry.
We had to go take care of some matters in town. It was a bit tricky to take care of it because all of the security in town wanted to stop us.
I see. Well then, did you at least get something done? Something...
Yeah, mission accomplished.
Oh, very good. I take it we won't be seeing Nikolai anymore then?
Yeah, security's now moving him to a new location in the hopes that we never find him again.
We all know how well that's gonna go.
Wait, I've misunderstood something. Do you mean they're moving him to the morgue?
No,
No,
we
he's
got
still
the
alive.
answers we needed, and we talked Beatrix out of killing him.
Honora would look at Beatrix, then back at you. Point to Beatrix and say, Glowy Fox?
Willie Fox.
Yes.
Oh my. You must have had some talk.
Yeah, from what we can... Bullman says that he's going to stay out says that he's not working with those two anymore and going to help us figure out what the evil fox did to her.
He nods and says, very well. He looks up at the sky and says, it grows dark. It grows sleepy. He clearly is just as disoriented about the time as Darian had hoped you all would be.
Oh, damn. Darian did that on purpose to us? That's a little fucked up.
Dang it. We commit one crime while trying to avoid him, and he does this to us?
It wasn't even that bad. Come on. He is a teenager, though. He's just throwing a little fucking tantrum.
Yeah. And to be fair, we avoided doing the worst crime of the bunch. We did one minor crime that wouldn't even be a felony.
Yeah, all we did was break into the prison. We didn't even kill the dude.
Breaking and entering is still a crime.
but not a felony.
Yeah, actually. Especially a
Oh,
prison.
I figured for sure it would be only a misdemeanor.
No.
Oh no, any crime you commit while armed is a felony.
Oh, right. Okay.
Always armed.
Yep, I kind of forgot we were carrying weapons. Okay, never mind. Okay, well, it was a victimless crime at least. Anyway.
Onro pats Manuelo on the head and says, I will be in our quarters. It grows sleep time. I want to sleep.
I'll be there soon.
And with that, Onro darts off to the bungalow.
I honestly thought I was gonna get in trouble.
With your boyfriend?
Maybe.
Okay.
Onro seems like the kind of guy who would have helped us murder him if we had let him in on the plan.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I was gonna get into trouble because he was upset he wasn't invited.
Oh,
Oh.
Well, I mean, we couldn't really get many more people involved in our plan, so. But, I wonder how long it's gonna take before they let us back out into society again.
It won't be long. Helen's just upset. It'll be fine, especially because we didn't do anything. It'll blow over. Until then, though, I'm going to relax for the first time in days.
Yeah,
Yay.
get some rest, please.
All right. See you all later. And she says as she walks off towards her bungalow.
Okay. So, I guess I'll take a look down at, I assume, Cat Capper,
mm-hmm.
and probably just, like, give him a head pat or neck scritches or something.
Capper purrs happily and rubs his head against your palm.
I don't have any wild shapes left. I can't talk to the guy, so... I guess... I guess I'll head over to sleep too if they want us to just stay put. Talk to you later, little prince.
I will kill you myself.
Hey, I've had to put up with all sorts of shenanigans for weeks now. I guess probably days is more accurate, but he's gonna just give us give like a smirk as he walks away.
Manuel is just gonna like sigh, looking at Gabriel walking away with cat purr. Then he's just gonna walk back to his bungalow.
Alright. Manuelo, as you step into your bungalow, you find that the bed you had slept in last night is no longer there. Replaced instead with a single... neither is the one that Onro slept in, for that matter. Replaced instead with a single, much larger bed that Onro somehow still manages to take up the better part of.
Manuel is just walking in, seeing the only bed. He's like, okay. Well, looking at Honor, just like, how are you so big that you're still taking up most of the bed?
Onro does not respond to your question, instead raising his paws toward you.
Okay, I'm coming in. Don't worry. This Manuel is just gonna climb into the bed and just slide over to Onro.
Capper will look up at Gabriel curiously, his tail flicking as he basically waits to see what the gotta remember what Gabriel is. Sorry.
A ferret?
The ferret, yes, will do. Uh-oh, is Cosmo AFK?
Oh no.
Oh, he just said BRB. Oh no.
God damn it. Quick, switch tracks. Beatrix.
Beatrix is already in it. God damn it.
God damn it.
What?
Beatrix, you've already headed back to the bungalow, yes?
Yeah, but there is someone in my bungalow.
Yeah, fair. Someone who is asleep, but someone nonetheless.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to disturb her rest, that's cool. She might only hate you a little bit.
Yeah, the question is, would she have any reason to disturb Rima's rest that isn't just a fade to black immediately?
Well, Cosmo's back.
Good.
Oh, well, hey, while they fade to black, we can see what Cosmo's up to.
Cool.
Okay.
Pat Capper looks curiously up at Gabriel, his tail flicking as he waits to see what the ferret will do.
Well, I mean, I can't do anything to get in contact with Capper. So I guess I'm just looking down at him and saying, alright, hey buddy, we're getting in touch with the wise ones soon. Then we'll try to figure out what in the world to do. But hopefully we can piece together how you got here. And how you got in that weird temple. Where's Aelia been?
As you speak to the cat in words outside of his own tongue, watching as the cat gazes listlessly up at you. Sorry. Aelia steps out of the bungalow that the trio had shared and makes her way over. Gabriel, what's going on? Why is it night in here?
Well, we kind of broke into the prison,
You
and they're mad at us.
what?
Well, Nikolai, the Axeman, we broke in to speak to him and try and get some answers about, the other attempted kidnappers.
Gabriel, that's a crime.
Well, yeah. It needed to be done.
For what purpose? To what end?
Well, because the others got away and are probably coming back at some point.
She will clasp her hands in front of her face, mouth a prayer, and then look back up at you. Gabriel, please tell me you did not jeopardize our invitation to this place.
We're fine. They are making us stay put for the time being, and that's the reason why it's nighttime. They want us to go back to bed.
Let's see. And how long will it be nighttime?
They're moving Nikolai to some other location in the hopes that we never find him again.
Oh dear. This is going to be a problem.
Why? Did you also want to speak to him?
No. No. It's something different entirely. She She opens up a little journal and says, you're aware of a concept in biology called circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm, yes.
Gabriel's looking over at her, a bit confused. I did not get to go to a fancy academy.
Okay. Put very simply, circadian rhythm is a study of sleep cycles and patterns of sleep. And Mirines, like me, she said, placing her hand over her sternum, are very, very attuned to the cycles of day and night. Very strongly attuned to these cycles. Now, while that doesn't affect our sleep for the most part, it greatly affects our stomachs. For as long as it appears to be night, I'm not going to be able to keep anything down.
Okay. Are you currently hungry in spite of that?
Well, I didn't exactly get to leave with you guys, so no, I haven't had anything to eat. And the timepiece says, she looks at a small little not stopwatch, but pocket watch. And the timepiece says it's nearly 2 o'clock, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm half your size.
Okay, well, not my size, but half everyone else's size.
Yes.
Regardless, okay, so I will take a look at her and say, well, come on. They just said we can't leave the lodge, so we should be able to just go downstairs. We should be able to go talk to Damien and ask him to, him to have someone bring us up some food. And should be able to ask to bring in food, and if we sit in the lodge, it's daytime still.
She huffs softly and says, Gabriel, I want you to take the steps to do the thing you just suggested. I think you'll find my problem.
Well, we don't need to be in here sleeping.
Yes, but show me how we're going to obtain food.
Walk outside of this room.
She nods her head towards you and says, go on. Do it.
Okay. So I guess I'm going to take steps towards the door.
As you turn to take steps towards the door, you find that glowing yellow tape has apparated around its hinges.
Can I knock on the door?
Certainly.
Alright, I'm knocking on the door and shouting room service.
Thank you, Himiko VTuber, for the follow. You wait for a long moment, and then the yellow tape disappears. The door opens just slightly, just enough for Darian to get his little muzzle through. It pokes through, and he says, what do you need?
Alia's hungry. And she said that if it's night, if she tries to eat while it looks like nighttime, her stomach would be upset. Can she just eat out in there with you?
Bowen gave me pretty strict orders.
Well, okay. If you just lock the door, can you go grab Colin and we can talk to him?
Okay. He retracts his muzzle, shuts the door, and there's a long pause.
Look over to Alia and say, Okay, well, it's a little more complicated than I thought, but we're trying.
Alia just approaches, wraps her arms around you, and nestles her head into your chest and says, "I'm sorry. I've been a bit cranky. As you can imagine, it's hard being small and hungry."
It's okay, we'll figure this out. And I'm sorry that we got you stuck in this situation. Again, I really didn't mean for us to make your life difficult with all the Delver stuff.
He looks up at you with the biggest, roundest little puppy dog eyes and says, "Sure you're not mad at me?"
I promise.
She smiles, lays her head on your chest until the sound of the knocking at the door comes again. There'll be a 2 or 3 second pause before the door opens, and in pops, this time, Cullen's muzzle. "Hey there!"
Hey, so, I'm circadian rhythm, mouse stomachs, basically, Alias hungry, but apparently at nighttime, your stomach, it doesn't cooperate well with holding food, or something. Can she just come outside and eat something with you?
Dear Gabriel, we've known each other for a little bit, and I've got to say we are surprisingly fast friends. But I'm not sure how I feel about you trying to hook me up with your darling there. You're gonna have to give me some time to think on it.
I don't really well, I don't really. She can eat out there unsupervised, but I figured that, with the current situation, you'd want somebody supervising her.
No, it's just, I mean, I don't know. I've never really been in a throuple before, and I'm just not sure how to conduct myself.
Well, I mean, um, I promise you she's lovely.
Okay. I'll get in my best digs, and it'll be a date then, he says, retracting his muzzle, before popping it back in and saying, "Oh, and does she prefer white or red wine?"
I'll look over at Alia completely befuddled by
Hey,
this entire exchange.
Alia is not amused by the fact that you're playing along with this being a date.
Any chance Beatrix can hear this?
Oh yeah, as loud as Cullen speaks, you're hearing this from anywhere in this room.
Yeah, she's gonna pop her head out the door and be like, Gabriel, he's serious. He's gonna take your girl on a date if you don't clear that up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were joking about this being a date.
Oh no, Cullen? No. Cullen never jokes about dates. And he's fairly good at them too. I would suggest going on one if you've got the time.
Alia calls back, "Not helping, Beatrix."
Well, look, you're screwing yourself out of a nice evening. Cullen is a very nice man. Puts together a wonderful date.
Okay, listen, Colin, please, we're just looking for some food, not a special night out.
Oh. Well, shit. Okay then.
Sorry if we gave Darian the wrong impression when we asked him to go get you.
No, I mean, it's cool. Okay. Send her out then, he says, opening the door a little wider.
Alright, I guess I'll look over Alia. Sorry.
She playfully punches you in the shoulder as she walks past. As soon as she is outside of the door closes. But not before Cullen sticks his muzzle in one last time and says, "Don't wait up," and then slams the door.
Okay, yeah, Gabriel's still very just confused. But I guess he's gonna just, I guess just head back to the beds.
All right. With it being 4:02, I think now is a good time to take our union mandated break. Which union?
All right.
The players' union, of course.
All right, sounds good.
So we'll see you guys in just a bit. Be right back. I return, responding to that email from earlier that I'm going to get up and grab some tea. But after that, I'm back too.
The corner of the screen has like stolen part of the "will be right back" message. Like he's stolen the exclamation point or stolen the K.
Just slowly becomes a little more prominent. And one day it just disappears with a letter.
Yeah.
See, if you hadn't said that on stream, I would totally do that. I would totally make your wish come true.
Oh. Man.
But now people will know I'm not original and that I stole the idea.
Well, I mean, it's only people that hear this right now. There's plenty of people who wouldn't know about it if they weren't here for the Sunday streams or watching the video. So, if you do it on a random Tuesday, then there's a chance that it could just be completely catching people off guard.
Or better yet, have like an entirely separate BRB screen for that I only swap to like one in every 10 times I go on break.
Yeah. Just keep everybody on their toes. Also, I never got to ask Nikolai if the Fox band always started to bribe minor inconveniences to their missions.
Well, he's rich and an asshole, so the answer is probably yes.
Like the planned insult was if he bribes random pebbles to stay out of their way during hikes.
Damn.
But it wasn't an angry confrontation, so I didn't need that.
Oh my God. I hope I don't regret killing him eventually. I hope I get another chance to kill him eventually.
Greetings, fellow cuties. I has returned.
Does that mean you're admitting you're cute?
Yes.
Oh, you are.
Hey, Brian is cute.
Hell yeah. Alright, let me grab my
Brian-
tea and I'll be ready to go.
All right. Brian
Okay.
is and super sweet. Brian's a real great. Love you, Brian.
So what do you think? Do we get a short rest or a long rest?
Long rest?
Hopefully.
Well, I guess we choose that, right? I imagine we'll be in here long enough to get a long rest for sure. It's just a matter of if we do anything else. How long? Did they ever tell us how long we're waiting for our wagon to be repaired?
Yeah, we don't know how long it takes for the wagon to be repaired. I just don't know how long we're confined to this space.
I mean, that's probably why we are
Yeah.
confined, because they want us to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we know we're confined until they move Nikolai to another location. But,
Yeah.
like, basically, I just want to know how many spells, if I can recover spell slots or not.
You'll definitely be able to get your warlock one back.
Yep. But it would be nice to get my level 2s.
Yeah. If it does take long enough for us to get a long rest, that would be good. Because, yeah, I'd get all my level 3s back as well.
Guess who hasn't used a single spell?
How nice for you, Manuelo.
What do you... Well, I forget what you have besides combat spells in Message.
Give me 1 second. I have.
Oh, yeah, we need to teach you some more spells.
Kind of hard to do with my class because I don't think I naturally gain spells.
No, yeah, you have to. I think you gain a couple every level, right? Or every couple levels. But your main way of gaining spells is finding spells in the wild, spell scrolls and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
We
So
should
you-
probably go shopping then while we're here.
yeah, I'm gonna remind myself on the rules for creating spell scrolls because I think there are official rules for how they are created, and if it's possible, maybe me and you, Cosmo, could make some to teach.
Give me 1 second. Because I'm thinking of something. God, what's allowing me to do the
Okay. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Got some good food. Whoops, that's the wrong screen. Aha. Now my D&D watching viewers also know I have a gaming screen.
Oh no, not the gaming screen.
Oh no.
You've been exposed, baby.
Wait, hold on. Gabriel is like slightly too high in the screen. There you go.
How could you, Gabriel? Take advantage.
Started climbing. He saw an opportunity and he started climbing. He's gonna get off the screen.
He wants
don't-
off.
Don't let me forget that I have disadvantage on my next roll.
Don't worry, I won't.
And
That was-
also, if anything, I should be below everybody because I am the short ferret.
Oh, would you... Hold on. Sorry, gamers, we
don't-
gotta make this into a bit now.
No, don't actually.
It's
Alright,
too late.
there we go. There's Gabriel. Actual canon height Gabriel.
My name isn't even on the screen anymore.
Oh my god, that's so adorable.
Oh, wait, we can fix that.
Oh my
There we
baby.
go.
Oh my god.
Baby. Put Gabriel back.
Fine, I'll put Gabriel back.
The love interest of like almost everyone in the campaign should not deserve this much disrespect.
They weren't disrespected.
Hey, everybody has love interest by now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So, where we left off, Alia would return at some point during the night.
yeah. Oh, so were we getting a short rest or a long rest before we are being allowed to leave?
Probably several long rests.
Okay. wait, several long rests before they're letting us leave this room?
Yep.
No, I thought they were just leaving us in here until they moved him.
They are. And thanks to the security breach, that's taking a while.
Oh,
Okay, well, I guess the next morning,
right? Weren't
I'd
they?
like to do something else. I don't
weren't-
know what, but something.
Right. Hold on. Weren't they literally just about to move him before we did that, though? So, like, it's taking days now? All because of that? What?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Man, we fucked shit up.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Would have been quicker to just kill him.
The next morning, you might be awakened via the timepiece to what you believe to be about 4 a.m. It would seem that without the sun to wake you, everyone is sleeping a good bit longer. But at 4 in the morning, the light inside of each of the bungalows would change just a bit due to a very, very light blue aura from somewhere outside. What do you do?
I guess investigate the aura outside.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab my rifle and just peek out the door. What the fuck's going on out there?
Remo will be just behind Beatrix. Manuela, are you investigating?
Manuel is just like getting out of bed after being snuggled with Honor. So yeah, he's going to be investigating, although albeit a little upset.
Outside, standing in the sand beside the fire, is one Vitor. Looking around and muttering something about extra-dimensional spaces.
Hello to you as well.
So, this is your lodging? Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful to the naked eye, but incredibly dangerous.
Dangerous?
Well, yes. To put an extra-dimensional space inside of an extra-dimensional space is... I don't even want to think about the possibilities.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at him pretending to care about that particular concern. But
Oh, I'm sorry, am I boring you?
hey, I was hoping he would at least fall for that. But anyway, I will, I guess head back into the tent and bring Capper in.
Oh dear. It does look like something's happened to Capper, hasn't it?
Yeah, we were attacked by some thugs, and, as part of that, our wagon was, trashed. And, so we're staying here temporarily. Capper was killed defending us. And now he's back to this form.
Oh. A crying shame. Avert your gaze, please, he says, drawing a
Wait.
sword from within his cane.
I'm pulling Capper back away from him for a moment. And saying, I did want to talk to him in this form for a moment.
Oh. Very well then, he says, sheathing his blade. Aelia looks horrified at the implications of what were just about to happen.
So then I'm gonna place him down for a second and say, I'm hoping he has some memory. I'm hoping he has some memories of how he ended up in that temple thing if you didn't put him there.
I suppose that would be a good question to ask. Well, go on then.
But hu- Human Capper told me that that they're supposed to share memories between lives. And when I last talked to him, his memories seemed fuzzy, but hopefully it was just he wasn't giving the full story. I guess we'll find out. And at that point, I will wild shape into the cat I used to communicate with Cat Capper previously.
Vitor will kind of look about the rest of the group and begin some totally meaningless conversation about how the day is going. As Gabriel, you turn your gaze to Cat Capper, now at eyes level with you. He looks up at Vitor and says, "You found the wise one."
Yes. And I'm sorry about what happened to you before.
What did happen to me before?
You don't remember?
I'm not sure what we're talking about.
They told me you were supposed to remember. Do you recognize me?
Yes, I know you, and I know the other loud ones. But I don't know what you mean, what happened last time.
Well, I left you at the university with a fox guy. And then there was, a deer man who broke in and attacked.
Capper shrugs and says, "I've no memory of that. I just went to sleep and woke up there," he says, nodding his head in the direction of the door, likely referring to where you next saw him.
Huh, okay. Alright. Well, yeah. Bottom line is we found the wise one. It took him a while to make it to this world. Apparently, you traveled to this world first, and he needed to get here to find you, but we found you first.
I see.
So... Oh, no, let him go.
But if he's come to find me, then maybe that means he wants to take me home.
Well... Sorta. No, you're here to help us. He said that there's an important danger here. A dangerous enemy of his in this world that we need to deal with. And, that the reason you came here is to help us deal with it. And Gabriel's feeling a bit guilty saying this, remembering what Vitor was about to do.
The wise one has no enemies. Who could ever be mad at someone so kind? So concerned?
Well, it's not like the wise one has enemies personally. There's a bad guy hoping to doing something dangerous, who wants to, there's someone who wants to destroy the world, and the wise one wants to stop them.
The cat will kind of flop onto its side, beginning to roll around in the sand, apparently having something of an itchy back, before it rolls back over to face you, shaking sand out of its fur. Okay, what's this have to do with me?
So the bottom line is that I first thought that the wise one left you in that temple, but that's not who left you there. Do you have any idea who sure who brought you there or how you ended up there.
Let's see. He paced a bit to another section of sand, using a paw to flatten it out by moving dunes aside. And then, taking one claw, he begins to draw a little diagram in the sand. If we say, I woke up here, he said, drawing a horribly malformed circle.
Okay.
There was a kind man with really weird arms who fed me and kept me safe for a few days. And then, when the time was right, he went out into the field, bringing me along. We stayed there
Okay.
for a long while. I don't know what he was doing, building up some weird hut? Or I don't know. And then he took those weird wooden tubes and stuck them in either side. And then I fell asleep again.
Okay, so that sounds like he's describing the hole in the ground I found him in?
That's right.
Okay. Okay, so the guy with the weird arms. Anything else about him that stood out?
He tilts his head to one side, then the other. The weird, colorful pelts you big ones, the loud ones, wear. He never wore one of those. Perhaps it'd be difficult to get them past his weird arms.
Okay.
And,
Alright.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Now, if he had a second part of that thought, that'd be useful.
And his his eyes were deep and black around the edges, not white like the other big ones.
Okay. Alright. Well, I'll go I'll go ask the wise one if he knows that person. We'll try and figure this out, okay?
Sorry. Joking on food. Okay. The cat would say before kind of curling up, keeping his head upright to watch the encounter play out.
Yeah, at that point I will transform back. And approach Vitor.
And that's how I learned that mechanical horses can't take just any old oil. He would then turn to face you. Oh, Gabriel, you're back. Welcome.
Okay, so he does have some memories that seem useful. It seems like he forgets large chunks of the parts where he passes, and before he dies. But he does remember who put him in the tunnel. He put him in that underground cave, underground temple thing where we found him.
Oh, that's delightful. Tell me, what do you know of this person?
So he described him as some guy with weird crazy arms, and the large part of his eyes being completely black instead of white like ours.
When you say weird, crazy arms, how so?
I didn't get a good description. He said that it sounded like the person couldn't really wear like a shirt or anything because of the way the arms were shaped.
his gaze kind of narrows. That is an interesting apparatus indeed. And you said something about his eyes, yes?
Yeah. Like the outer part of the eyes were black instead of white like ours.
Vitor nods, taking note of that before waving his hand and saying, well, whoever it may be, I'm merely glad that I've found Capper. Perhaps they're just some, I don't know, passerby. Nothing to be concerned about, I'm sure.
Out of character, did I forget anything?
Nope.
Okay. Alright. It sounded like when I spoke with Human Capper, it sounded like you all usually make the trip together.
I did say that, didn't I? Yes, well, usually we would, but after our last mission fell apart, it was quite hard for the group to stay together. This is why I wasn't able to ensure the safety of my brother.
Right.
I had already left the scene and hoped that Capper and he would be able to clean things up on their own.
Okay. So, what now?
Well, what now is, Gabriel, would you like to roll insight?
Sure. Let me check and see what my bonus is on that. Okay. 11.
Oh, shit. Okay. The way his eyes narrowed when you first started describing the man wasn't the look of someone trying to depict a creature he's only just been told about in his head. That was a face of recollection. And this look didn't really fade until you said the bit about the person's eyes.
So, let's see. Hold on, can you repeat that?
Okay. Sorry, I'm just gonna simplify it, so if I need to repeat it again, it's easier.
Okay.
Vitor seemed to recognize who you were talking about when you said the bit about the arms, but seemed less concerned about that once you mentioned the eyes.
Okay. Alright. Now I think I'm following.
Well, what now is we continue figuring out how to find where Crescendo is building an influence in your world and see if we can stop it before it gets too late. Sounds like a plan to me. All opposed?
No, I think we probably should get to that right away.
I actually have a question about that.
Well, go for it, my sloth fellow.
Where would we be able to find that? Because unlike you, most of us aren't able to possibly track him.
Dear me, that is a good question. I do believe that the answers to where he may be located and where he may be working from may reveal themselves once we get to the bottom of your plague investigation. You are seeking its origins, yes?
Yes.
Well, if it is as I believe, and the origin of your plague and my crescendo are one and the same, then we only need to follow your lead. So, in simpler terms, just keep doing what you're doing, he said, patting Manuelo on the head.
You better not die before I get more answers about how you know my brother.
What? You think something's going to kill me?
Well, I mean, in this day and age, anything can happen.
Is that a threat?
No. I believe you've misinterpreted what I was saying. It's not a threat, it's a warning. Something can happen. I don't
Yeah,
know. You might
the-
walk behind someone who just decides to immediately smack you in the back of the head. I don't know.
Listen, the plague has done. We've seen. The plague has transformed people into horrifying things.
I understand.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if the plague does what you've normally seen Crescendo do to people, but maybe we should talk about that.
Certainly. Your symptoms, yes, they transform people. First, they
Yeah.
become...
Wait, hold on. Is
Oh.
there any chance you have the ability to interfere with our magical spy over there? I'm pointing at Manuelo's Orion tattoo.
Manuel is pointing out the tattoo as well as he's like pulling out a book holding the information that they've gathered.
Like, I'm fine with casting Garble, but if he can do an anti-magic field, I'd rather he do that. That's what I'm hinting to him.
Well, I do have an answer for that, but the ramifications I'm sure you would find quite boring, he said pointedly to Gabriel.
Okay. In that case, I will go ahead and cast Garble. Okay, so... I guess the short version is that the plague creates these yellow flowers that over time mature into these black onyx gems that are somehow connected to these demon creature things. And flipping over to the sketch of those.
Yes. These mites, as I've come to call them. They're relatively weak creatures, but they strike in hordes, and with overwhelming numbers, shapes, and sizes, they could do you in quite quickly. I'm sorry you've had to encounter them.
Yeah, we managed to get out of there. We managed to get out of that encounter all right. But the concerning thing, the thing that worries me is that we did run into a wolf man with armor that had the same sort of oily material, and if the oil from that came in contact with you, you got infected with the plague pustules.
Emmanuel is gonna be like, oh shoot, we left that weapon in the wagon.
To what weapon does he refer?
I'm honestly forgetting.
It was a scythe, I believe it was, like a harvester's scythe.
I did not think we brought that with us.
Manuelo used Mage Hand to bring it with him.
Oh, okay.
because
Yeah.
he was gonna try to analyze it, see if there's any magic still in the scythe.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, there's. I don't know if the mites you said are able to directly infect people with whatever disease these flowers carry, whatever you call the disease these flowers carry. But it seems possible that there's some way that infected people who reach the stage of carrying the oil, can infect each other.
This is a relatively new development. Once upon a time, you had to be attacked by a mite to become infected. It would seem that our adversary is taking a more aggressive approach in his strategy this time around.
Yeah. The flowers can release spores, and infected people, whenever there's pustules on them, can also release spores. And if you get those on you or breathe them in, then you're in a bad spot. It manifests as illusion magic, and you're able to fight it with a dispel and a restoration cast together. And that seems to be enough to overpower it.
He nods and says, "This is all consistent with things I know to be true about Crescendo. Are there any other phenomenon you've noticed?"
The flowers will grow very quickly in underground, and decay, basically just mutate and decay under Moonbeam. We think that our friend Morgan got infected, and we think that using the spell Daylight was able to sort of temporarily slow the spread on her. Or slow the progression, I guess I should say.
I see. Then let me fill in a few gaps, he says, approaching Manuelo's journal with a hand outstretched.
Manuel was just like willingly handing it off, just like, you could have just looked at this. He has the information.
So, the particular type of magic that Crescendo possesses, or became proficient in, was shadow magic. Anything that dwells in darkness, or deigns from the light, that is his wheelhouse. I have no explanation for why it withers and decays under moon, but to hear you tell it, in the sunlight, it ceases to grow, if only temporarily. Is this correct?
Yeah, So I guess what I'd say is that not necessarily decays, but it accelerates the growth phase faster and faster to the point where it goes past its peak and then decays.
This makes more sense. A light so inherently bound to darkness, light from the moon, I imagine, is quite capable of accelerating its growth and, indeed, amplifying the power of the creatures who are infected. Tell me, have you ever encountered one of these creatures, or a more powerful infected, in a brightly lit place?
In a brightly lit place. No. But we have brightly I have lit up places where we encountered them, and they all got very aggressive and angry. Like, we were in a dimly lit room when we encountered an infected dragon, and, well, actually, I think it was basically pitch black in that room, and we heard something in there. I lit up the room with daylight, and there was an infected dragon in there who immediately attacked us instantly. And a similar thing when we encountered a bunch of mites. It was dimly lit, like only a fire. I lit up the area with daylight, and they summoned a swarm to chase us.
He nods and smiles. So I was correct then. It would seem that your ailment and mine are one and the same. This is good. This means we can help each other, he says, putting his hands together. The question is,
Okay.
Is this what you wish for yourself? I know you all haven't the highest opinion of me, given my strange, let us say, attitudes towards Capper and the value of their many, many, many lives.
I'm gonna look over at Manuelo and Beatrix, but as long as we're on, as long as we're on peaceful terms at the moment, then I'm happy to cooperate.
Same here. As long as we're able to work together, we should do so.
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't necessarily trust him, but as long as our interests align, might as well work together.
Delightful. Speaking of interests, my current interest is breakfast. Do our interests align in that matter?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Cullen's gonna be so pissed when he finds you in here.
Yeah, we're kind of in a state of lockdown. They were mad at us for visiting a certain prisoner. They're apparent in they're high profile and being transferred to some sort of maximum security arrangement right now.
I see.
We weren't supposed to be able to get to them the first time. So
Manuel
they're going
is-
to maximum security.
Manuel's casting message targeting Gabriel, and it's like, was he the one that killed Capper?
I think so.
Yeah, let's not bring it up.
Okay.
Yeah, Beatrix is just going over to the door at this point and knocking on it, just like, Darian, you there?
You hear a sudden rustling outside the door. It would seem you've startled the poor otter awake. But in just a bit, the door opens much wider than before. Darian, with his cloak pulled over, his eyes, only his little muzzle peeking out, says, "Good morning."
Oh, good morning, Darian. Sorry to wake you. It's just, well, we have a visitor over, and now that we've finished discussing business, we're all rather hungry, and we're hoping we could get out to grab something to eat.
Ooh, okay.
Is it not time for breakfast?
No, I'll bring you something. What is?
Thank you.
What is your visitor? Wait, visitor? How did you get a visitor in here? I'm supposed to approve everyone who goes in and out. This is unacceptable.
Expert wizard? I guess that's what he is. Sorry, no, he is an expert wizard, so he knows how to do some weird shenanigans slash spells in order to appear in different space.
Something about interdimensional travel?
Well, he's not more of an expert than me. Let me at him.
Darian,
Darren,
no.
please.
Oh,
Darren, please.
She's
This isn't
literally,
worth fighting about right now.
if he tries to move forward, she's holding him back, just like, no, no, no.
We're all trying to save Darian from getting his butt kicked. It's
Little-
like, Darian, please no.
Little Darian being held back by three grown-ass beasts, swinging his fists and shouting.
Darian, do you want the red panda mask again?
What? No. Now's no time for games, Manuelo.
Manuelo, stop. Darian, stop. She says, grabbing him and like very forcefully moving him back, like away towards the door and being like, okay, Darian, I can see you're frustrated. Why don't you just go get Cullen for us, dear? We'd all like to get out of here and get something to eat, and I'm sure he's not going to be happy about this. So why not grab him and let him handle it?
Fine. You guys are staying in here until I get back.
Oh, come on. Is that necessary? Really?
Yes, it is. If I can't keep everyone out, and the door needs to be here, then I'll just remove the door. Then no one can get in or out.
Hey, now that's a little unreasonable. Come on now.
Is that also
I'm gonna
illegal?
like grab Beatrix's hand and pull her away. Whatever you need to do, Darian.
He huffs and slams the door before the door itself disappears into little wisps.
If Vitor can extra-dimensional travel himself in, then he can extra-dimensional travel us some breakfast too, if it comes to that.
Well, that certainly was a feisty little otter. Is he a wizard?
Yep.
Yep.
Makes
He
sense.
did the decorating.
Oh, masterfully done. Child has a gift. Anyways, it would be terribly rude of me to go and get breakfast on my own. Do we have arrangements?
That's what he's trying to sort out.
I'm sorry. You're saying that you could just leave at any second and just grab breakfast for yourself? And not grab some for us?
Well, yes. I have that power. I wasn't going to. I was going to be polite, but
I'm sorry if that sounded mean and everything. I'm sorry. Just please. Please, if you're gonna do that, please grab us something as well.
he shrugs and flops onto his back in the sand, keeping his legs up for a little bit before throwing them forward so he can sit up beside the fire. Nope, I do believe I'm going to be here with you all. And boy howdy, what a hoot.
Boy, howdy, what a hoot. Wow. All right, then.
Yeah, so I think we're just waiting around to hear back about breakfast.
Yeah, Beatrix is just hanging out vaguely near where the doors should be until they get back.
It would seem Darian has taken his sweet time going to get Cullen, but soon enough, the door apparates much closer to you guys this time, and the door opens with Cullen stepping in. Well, 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 well. Good morning, motherfuckers.
Oh,
Good morning.
Cullen.
It is 4 in the goddamn morning, Beatrix. Don't talk to me like that. I will murder someone. What do you want?
The sun's up. It's breakfast time.
Yeah, we're hungry.
He'll have a look
I
around.
don't know who set the sun around here, but they turned it to breakfast time.
He looks at the He looks at the sky, which indeed has naturally rotated on to daytime. He'll sigh, open the door, and say, I can't be bothered. Come on, let's get some breakfast.
Thanks, Cullen, she says.
Yeah, I'll gather up all of everybody. Alia Capper, and Rema and Honro. Anybody I'm forgetting, and just get everybody down the stairs.
Yeah, no, Manuel is getting on row himself.
Okay.
You want to join us for breakfast, Cullen, or are you too busy?
Well, I'd kind of like to. If only to see how my favorite little cataclysm is doing, he said, gently putting a paw on Beatrix's hip.
Always the charmer, huh?
I try.
Let's join everyone else.
He shrugs and struts his way on forward to be at the front of the group. Leading you all to the little wall Darien is quickly reshaping to allow you guys through. And after that, you are through to great dining hall of the big wagon. Inside of which, there is really no one else. Not a guard, not an advisor. It's just you, Cullen, and Darien. Oh, and Vitor, of course. Cullen will give a big stretch before saying, I'm going to go fetch some of the kitchen aids. You all stay put. Darien, engage at will, he says, waving kind of half-heartedly before walking out of the room.
Oh no.
So how you morning, Darien?
Darien, still looking a little sleepy, has already put his chin on the back of his hands, laying on the table. Well, it's kinda early. I guess that's my fault. I did put you guys to bed kinda early.
Yeah, Gabriel's looking at him, kind of shrugging. Yeah, I don't know. What does it take in... Are you gonna set the time back to normal after this, or what's the plan?
I don't know. I'm tired.
I'm gonna, pat him on the head. Sorry to be this much trouble to you.
No, it's okay. I've been being a real butthole, too. I'm just trying to do a good job, and security breaches are kind of my whole responsibility.
Sorry about that, Darien. I've never been one to let people tell me what I can and can't do. Helen really screwed you over with this assignment.
He grumbles and says, I was so close to that promotion, too.
Don't worry, I'll talk to him. You'll get your promotion.
Soon enough, 4 very tired-looking kitchen aides are down, half-dressed. They, kind of surround the table and begin taking orders. And your options are not limited to breakfast. It's any meal that you would have. Do you choose to go conservative, or take your favorite dish?
Gabriel's going with some sort of sugary pancakes.
Always.
Precious. What's Manuelo doing?
Oh no. I could go for the meme. But Manuel is gonna do... Shoot. Manuela's gonna get like some pancakes, of course, with like blueberries in them, and then like a piece or two of hardtack.
Oh my god.
Yes, the hardtack returns.
Aw.
Beatrix, you have an entire kitchen staff at your disposal. What is the meal Beatrix is making for herself?
Oh yeah, this is some shit you would expect to see at like a king's fucking feast. She's just ordering all sorts of shit. Fresh fruits, high quality like cuts of meat, pastries, all sorts of shit. Just wants a whole fucking spread. And a bunch of nice wine too. She's gonna see how much she can get away with before someone looks at her like an idiot.
Yeah, by your 4th or 5th main course sized dish, the person taking your order is looking at you with frustration. As they realize they're gonna have to wake more and more of the cooking staff.
Man, you're mean.
But soon enough, all the orders are taken, and drinks are brought out. Whatever Alia said her favorite wine was from yesterday, is brought out to her as a breakfast drink. Awesome.
Yeah, are we not even doing mimosas or something?
The mimosas, how could you?
I shit, is anyone partaking in alcohol this morning?
I mean, Beatrix is. She ordered the wine for a reason.
I mean, I guess if we're all having wine and can't leave the place anyway, I'll have some mimosas.
Right? If we're gonna be stuck here anyway, might as well have a bunch of nice food and nice drinks.
Manuel was just like watching everyone before he's like, I want some as well.
Help yourself, Manuela.
Onro speaks up on Manuela's behalf. We'll have 2 pints of Dragon's Breath Ale, please. Manuelo, would you like to roll insight?
Oh fuck. No, sorry. Someone was knocking at one of the doors behind me.
Okay.
A 13.
The waitstaff who took the order for the Dragon's Breath ales, their face falls the instant that order the instant that order comes out of their mouth. They look at Onro, then look at you, then back at Onro. It's clear whatever he just ordered is going to floor you, and you probably won't even have to drink all of it for it to do so.
Well, it's just gonna look straight at Honor. It's like, what are you trying to do?
Onro chuckles, pulls you into a big hug, and says, I'm trying to make this a good morning for you, little prince. This will be good morning for everyone. If we can't leave, why not drink?
Yeah, okay, I'll take it then. If I'm going down, you're taking me back to the bed.
I have no objections to this, he says, kissing you on the cheek.
Yeah, I mean, you could just, like, not drink the full thing. But we'll get there.
We'll see what happens.
Alright. Finally, the drinks return, and there's a long pause while the kitchen staff readies a veritable feast for Beatrix and regularly normal menus for everyone else. But yeah, with so many people moving around in the kitchen, it's about as loud in here as it would be if you guys were at a sit-down restaurant anyways. And now begins the awkward eye contact and dinner conversations, which Cullen is keen to lead. So, you guys said you were traveling with Litfeld a little while till you guys could get on with your investigation. So tell me, where are you popping off?
I'm gonna cast Garble. Well, we are investigating the plague and heading to the monastery. I don't remember the name of the monastery.
I'm pulling up maps. Hold on.
Oh, also, did we finally get Morgan back, or is she still at the hospital?
Ooh, good question. They probably haven't checked on her at 4 in the morning, asking if she's
Oh.
ready to be sent back, but
Right, okay. She can come back later.
yeah.
God, I wish there were. I wish there was like a map section in this fucking book, so I didn't have to fucking flip through the whole thing looking for maps.
Okay, well, which
It's in the first
continent?
page, isn't it?
Well, it's hard to see details of where we're going. We're leaving. We're going to Batian. I can't remember exactly what the path we had planned was, and the map is so small that I can't make out fucking the names of anything. Hold on.
Okay, well, we'll just say we're headed up to Batyan to a Dragon Monk monastery.
In the Bay's Head Mountains.
Okay. Yeah, we're headed up to the Base Head Mountains to a monastery to talk to some monks and see if we can look into the plague's origins.
And what do the monks have for you that'll give you information on that?
I'm not fully sure, but we think they might know a guy.
That is shaky reasoning if I've ever heard it. You go, little man.
I'm looking over at the other two who actually did the interrogation, but okay. Gonna just let that one sit there.
Wait, sorry, what was his question?
Why do we think that we know that the monks up there will know something?
Oh, we had a very productive conversation with a defector from the monastery.
Well, whatever your reasoning is, I'm sure it's genuine, and you're not just wasting your time. After all, I don't think you'd come back to a place like this for nothing. He says, looking over at Beatrix.
Well, just ending up here was a little bit of a happy accident, actually. Not quite planned.
Yeah, I don't know how you plan to show up to a place like this. Not exactly easy to find.
Well, we do keep moving around. But, hey, no matter. I just wanted to know, really. He kind of begins scratching the back of his head. One of the rare times he's been at a loss for words since you guys have been here.
Do you get many visitors often?
What, like me personally? Or Litfeld?
Litfeld.
Oh, of course. All kinds of private Delver groups come to Litfeld for various reasons. And, hell, even sometimes we can pick up civilians when traveling through towns.
Okay.
It's just that we don't exactly do tours. in the strictest sense. We travel from one place to another over the course of months, so anyone who would travel with us is in it for the long haul.
Right.
Usually, he said, looking over you all. But hey,
Well,
no, I'm glad to have met you, and I'm very glad to see you're doing well. And he looks over at Manuelo and says that you are still alive.
Hush, okay? I'll be fine.
So where are we right now? Like, on the map as a whole?
Well, he says, kind of snapping his fingers up towards the waitstaff, who regard him quickly and tells them he needs a map. They go to find it and say, and return in just a minute, laying it on the table for you all. He sets his glass right on the top left corner of the map, where there is already a circular water stain, indicating this is not the first time he's done that, the absolute asshole. And then he gestures to Granfield. So, we've just passed Granfield on the southern side. We're fresh out of the monster meadow, and to the south, he says, gesturing towards the gentle rock rapids, is this river. We are about halfway between here, he said, pointing to Granfield, and here, he said, pointing to Bristle Inn.
Okay.
I would like to show that on the show screen as well, but it's not cooperating.
Ah, darn it.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was also just looking back up in our chat from earlier in our GC chat at the cities where we said the cult outposts were.
Gotcha.
There's Priachevsky, Diermod, Tempestat, which is definitely not nearby, and Kumlik Maiden.
Yeah, that all sounds right.
Yeah, I would want to just make sure that none of those are nearby.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, to hear you guys tell it, you'll be leaving us soon. We're not getting
Yeah.
we're not getting much closer to Shreveport, and well, it's not that many days of travel away.
Yeah, we hadn't really planned to stay long. We're really focused on our mission.
Darian peeks up over the table, noticing the tail of Cat Capper beside you. Oh, what? You brought a pet? You brought a pet in here?
Gabriel's feeling real conflicted on how he wants to respond to that.
No,
I brought a friend.
Heck yeah! Can I see him?
Sure.
Darian will get up and bound around the long end of the table before approaching Capper from the side. Of course, this feline has never been the fondest of strangers. In fact, he makes apparent by swiping at Darian as he approaches.
Alright,
Okay.
I will, give Pet Capper and try and calm him down.
Darian will kind of kneel in front of Capper and say, "Oh, it's okay, buddy. I'm not gonna hurt you. Heck, you can just stay right there. I just wanted to see us all.
Yeah, and whatever you do, don't touch his collar. He freaks out when people do that.
I bet. It seems real important. It seems powerful, he said, looking up to Gabriel.
Yeah, definitely. A powerful mage made it for him.
Vitor scoffs a bit and just beams with pride at you calling him a powerful mage.
Beatrix is rolling her eyes.
Oh,
Manuel
well,
is
at
just
least he didn't hear me in cat form repeatedly calling him the wise one.
True, that's good if you never heard that. We don't need to fuel his
His massive
ego.
fucking ego.
Darian will stay there for a minute, just kind of admiring the collar and the cat that it's attached to, until he is nearly tripped over by one of the waitstaff carrying several plates of food. And thus the feast begins. Several minutes of people bringing out food to Beatrix in particular.
How pissed do they all look?
Oh, they're all quite annoyed. And you imagine they're expecting a gigantic tip for this.
Do any of them seem to recognize her, or are these all fresh faces?
Some of the most annoyed people also seem to be people Beatrix knows.
Love that. Love that. Okay, just wanted to check. Yeah, she's just lounging and enjoying bits and pieces as they bring stuff out.
Cullen kind of stands from the end of the table looking over the absolute smorgasbord you've had brought. Damn. I mean, I've got my nickname for you and all, but can you really eat all that?
she's just gonna laugh a little bit. Almost certainly not, but feel free to try and help.
Cullen, never one to turn down a challenge, has at any portion of the meal you aren't immediately paying attention to. Totally ignoring the modest plate of waffles he had gotten for himself.
Yeah, Beatrix is also gonna pour a glass of wine for herself and one for Cullen and one for Rema. And then she's gonna pass the bottle around to anyone else who wants it.
Onro nudges Manuelo about the elbow and raises his tankard of dragon's breath. To another
Well,
good day, tiny prince.
Manuel is gonna look just like, well, guys, I hope you can save me later. To another, and Manuel will then raise up his pint. He's like, to another good day.
He will clink glasses with you before downing nearly the entire tankard in one go. How are you approaching the challenge, Manuelo?
I'm tempted to just take my time with it.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I feel like taking the time is the best bet so that I don't die.
Alright. You take your first very, very conservative sip. And roll Constitution.
God damn. Well, I might be going down. Here we go. Oh, an 18, not that bad.
Alright. The taste is abhorrent, as the intense bitterness of a very, very chemically processed, strengthened alcohol strikes your tongue. It is such a shock to your system that the tips of your fingers and toes tingle as you just get but a taste of this Dragon's Breath Ale. It has no flavor you can describe as pleasant, and moreover, the spiced ale has you feeling as though your mouth is on fire.
Good thing I like that feeling, like, out of character. The feeling my mouth being on fire.
Onro sets down his tankard and smiles at you, his cheeks already flushing a bit. It's good, huh, Tiny Prince?
Manuel is just gonna take a second looking at him. He's gonna be like, yeah, it's good. It's good.
Honoro smiles and throws the rest of his drink back. And finally, Gabriel.
Mhm.
Alia is taking it in turns to pet Capper and gently peck at the small bit of food she had grabbed for herself. A small egg white quiche topped with arugula. Small, but somehow still manages to be bougie. Not unlike herself.
Alright. Yeah, so, I think once Gabriel realized that we were all getting that drunk, he probably would have ordered multiple drinks, but he is pacing himself as he goes.
Oh, how could I forget? At the slightest indication that alcohol was being thrown into the mix, Alia did order herself a free cocktail, which itself is not being, consumed quickly. She's just kind of trying to match pace with you, not daring to even look in the direction of Onro lest she too be challenged. The rest of the meal goes pleasantly enough. Darian getting up to little wizard antics and showing off little cantrips that are visually impressive but not functionally useful for anything. While Vitor, for some reason, gets in a contest with the tiny wizard. Hello, Ido.
No.
As they go back and forth, who knows more about ritual incantations? Where Darian knows much about the practice, Vitor knows as much as there is to know about the history. And they keep this argument up for a long, long time. By the time it's over, the meal is finished. I'm gonna be conservative and say 3/4 of what Beatrix ordered has gone uneaten.
Oh my god.
Is no one else helping? It's just her?
Everyone ordered their own shit. Only Colin is helping you eat this.
Damn,
Yeah.
so like, she was the last person to order. Everyone else ordered a meal for themselves, and she was like, okay, now I want just everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say request boxes probably to offer to Onro later.
Oh, Manuelo, have you finished your alcohol by the time the meal is over?
Oh, I would say roughly there's an eighth left, and Manuel's there's an eighth left, and he's just going to look at Onro, look at everyone else, and then down the rest of it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Alright, go ahead and make me 3 more Constitution saving throws.
Fuck.
Or not saving throws, just checks, I guess.
cool. And I'm gonna do them all at the same time, I guess. So 3d20 plus. Wait. Plus 1. That way I can just do the math. Okay. A 16, an 18, and an 8.
All right. You pick up the last bit of your drink. I don't know, give a little salute to the people around you. And down the last bit. And by now, you've consumed more than twice the maximum healthy amount for someone your size of alcohol. You are only slightly conscious, and Onro has already long since accepted that he's taking you back to the room. I don't think there's anything else we need to handle, is there?
No, I don't think so. I'm gonna look over at Onro concerned.
Onro smiles and says, "Little Prince seems happy when he drinks."
Please not this much next time.
Oh, I forgot. Your kitty friend, he likes to drink, yes?
Oh no.
He does sometimes.
He begins counting on his fingers. So that's one for Glowy Fox Girl, one for Mouse Wizard, one for Ferret, one more for myself, and one for Cat. And then he orders 5 more Dragon's Breath ales.
I'm gonna flag down that waitress and tell her to drop all of them except the one for him.
For whom?
For Onro.
Oh, okay.
Man's trying to get us fucked up.
Honor is trying to
and
turn this into a party.
Not with whatever that was.
That's not a party, that's a sleepover.
I mean, what are you doing right now if not sleeping over? This is more of a lock-in.
Yeah, I think I was ready for us all to head back up.
Are we really all gonna pile back in that room?
Well, I either progress the clock forward or something else.
Oh yeah, fair enough. We don't really have anything. Because, yeah, they're definitely not gonna let us go out into town until they've dealt with Nikolai, I would expect.
Yeah, like either we go back up and maybe talk to Vitor about things, or we sit down here and talk with Colin and Darian about stuff.
Yeah,
Or
well,
we just head back up into the room and progress the clock forward.
yeah. I guess we could probably just progress forward until we're no longer on lockdown.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll ask Vitor about that in-between dimension for a little bit, but after that I'm fine with just progressing forward.
Very suddenly, Honor slams his fist on the table and says, "Oh, yes, and 2 for Otter Concierge, the best concierge."
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Surely they won't actually offer the Otter Boy Ale.
The one waitstaff on hand blinks twice and then heads back into the kitchen.
That reminds me, Beatrix does have something she has to do. At some point, she's going to go talk to Cullen about making sure Darian gets his promotion.
The boy does deserve his promotion.
He does. He shouldn't lose that just because of us.
Oh no, is it Beatrix not wanting to deal with the consequences of her actions?
Hey, she's dealing with them, but she should be dealing with them, not him. She's grown as a person. She's willing to take on the consequences and doesn't think he should be punished because she refuses to do as she's told.
Well, soon, little otter boy has brought 2 tankards of something, though Manuelo, as it passes you, the scent seems to imply that it is not the massively strong ale you were given.
Oh, okay.
As it's passing Manuelo, he's the only one who knows. And Manuelo is just going to just like look around, give a thumbs up to Gabriel, and then just possibly pass out.
Oh no.
Onro picks up Manuelo and says, I think it's time we go back to the room. But you all enjoy yourselves. And then
Right.
he'll make his way back up the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, I think whenever Gabriel's finished, he'll probably start to head back up as well, but he'll flag Vitor. He'll flag down Vitor and mention, whenever you're ready to head back up, I wanted to talk to you about the space in between stuff.
Of course. When you have a moment.
Yeah. And then, I'm gonna head back up. Well, I guess I'll wait for Alia to be ready and then head back up with her.
Alia will kind of cling to your arm a bit, nuzzling at your shoulder, indicating that she's ready to go.
Okay. Yeah, then we'll head back up. And bring Capper with. But I guess I'll, on our way, mention... I figured it's weird that he was just gonna immediately stab Capper.
Who are you
I
saying
figured
this to?
there'd be, like, to Alia. Like, that there was no hesitation. I assumed that there'd be a reason for the cat form to stick around.
Oh, Ido, thank you for the tip. 333, who would you like to give advantage or disadvantage to? And, he'll look at you and say, Ilya will meet your gaze and say, are you surprised? He was going to stab your boyfriend, too.
I guess that's true, but I don't know. Everything about their whole situation is weird. Like, I guess when we should just let him change him back.
He's a bad person, Gabriel. His actions are not those of a pragmatist. It's weird. I think he takes some joy in doing this. Like he's exercising some petty will over a smaller creature. I'm sorry, maybe the alcohol's getting to me, she says, kind of clutching her head.
Okay, let's just head back for now. We'll figure out what to deal with it. But
Alright, Manuelo, it seems you were given the advantage.
Given the advantage? Oh my god.
hooray!
Giving advantage to the drunk and barely conscious person can only go well, says Ido.
I guess I'll mention over to Alia. For what it's worth, the cat seems to have no memories of any time it's been killed.
I don't know if that's more or less disturbing.
Yeah, I don't know anymore. Everything about this whole situation is weird. but then I'll just drop it from there and we move on.
All right. Once you've made it back up to your room, Darian will open the door, letting you all inside. And of course, offered to do a redesign if the scene is no longer, if the scene inside of the room is no longer to your taste. Will you take him up on that?
I don't have any requests.
Yeah, I don't either.
And Manuela's not here. Or is unconscious, I'm uncertain. Anyways.
Potentially
Yeah.
unconscious.
Darian will nod and bid you all a good morning before shutting the door and sitting back down in his little chair.
Okay.
Ilya just kind of holds Gabriel's paw for a bit, saying, "It is really early. I might drop back into bed for a bit, if that's okay."
Sure. Whatever you'd like.
He nods, lets go of your hand, and walks back to the bungalow.
Alright. Yeah, I think I'm just, hanging out by the, whatever, our fake shoreline, waiting for Vitor to come back.
Oh, that's right, Vitor was coming up. Also, goes without saying, Onro takes Manuela back to their bungalow. Gonna get that sloth some rest.
So true.
And Beatrix, what are you and Rema getting up to?
Fuck. I don't know. I imagine we would just be, if not sleeping, just talking. I'm not sure about what, though.
Alright, I'll give you some time to decide while Vitor makes his way back into the room. Just kind of patting his tummy and saying, "Oh me. It has been a long time since I've had a meal that good. Now, are you ready to have your companion back?"
Yeah, I guess so. If there's no particular reason for him to stay in the cat form.
Alright then. Avert your eyes, please, he says, drawing the sword.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that.
And in just a moment, two things happen. One, you are beset with the really bright flash that you've seen a couple of times now. And two, an extremely pissed off Rema is shouting at Vitor as she approaches.
Oh shit, you pissed off my girlfriend. What now?
Yep. That's why I asked what you and Rema were doing, Beatrix. Because she definitely just saw that man kill a house cat.
Oh fuck yeah, Beatrix would be chasing after her then, trying to get her to calm down.
Alright, yeah, after the bright flash happens, has Capper transformed already, or do I need to touch him again?
Oh, it's okay. Vitor will kneel down and do that part for you.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm looking over to see if Capper is the same form, taking on the same shape this time.
That he has.
Okay. Then I'm giving him a hug right away.
There. Now you two can get back to whatever it is you got up to before he looked like, well, his four-legged self. Do get him some clothes, will you? It's quite undignified how he comes back in this way.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna let go of him and look around a bit, look around a bit embarrassed when he mentioned that part, and then run back over to the hut to grab some of my spare clothes to give to him.
Beatrix, go ahead and roll I don't know, charisma?
Trying to
Persuade.
convince her to calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try persuasion, maybe.
Yeah, persuasion if you're doing it, peacefully, and intimidation if you're trying to shout her down.
You think, baby, do you think I have a death wish? Okay. I have a +6 to persuasion. That's good. 17.
With a 17, you do manage to wrangle Rema and explain everything that's going on. She still obviously has her ethical quandaries with a house cat who doesn't seem to know it is a person dying for this reason, but
Yeah, so do the rest of us.
Yep, we all have that problem, and Beatrix would be sure to point that out to her.
but she will follow you back to where you were seated. Obviously still quite upset.
Yeah, there's gonna be quite the awkward talk later about this, but for now, yeah, I think I was probably dragging Capper with me back to the hut, and then digging clothes out of my bag to hand to him or something. Are you okay,
Who are you speaking to?
Capper?
Capper is not awake yet.
Well, I dragged him with me.
Okay.
Yeah. Whenever he transformed, did he not, like, immediately wake up?
Not this time.
Oh. So, was I just Sorry, then
You were hugging.
I was just
Knocked
hugging
out
him on
boy.
the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hugging his unconscious body on the floor.
Yes.
Okay. Then, I completely misunderstood the entire set of events.
No, that's actually my fault, because last time he was himself pretty much straight away and conscious.
Yeah, okay.
That's my bad.
Yeah, I guess then, yeah, I will run over and I guess grab some clothes and a blanket then? And throw a blanket over him for the time being with some clothes on top.
Alright.
And then attempt to nudge him awake.
Alright. Capper's eyes will slowly flutter open as he's just kind of staring at the ceiling. He raises a hand to his face, his
Capper?
eyes tracing over each of his digits before he glances over at you.
Capper, you there?
Tears immediately well in Capper's eyes as he jolts up and wraps his arms around you, his breath heavy and shuddering all the while.
Okay, yep, I'm wrapping him up in a hug too. Sorry.
Why the hell are you apologizing to me? I was afraid they'd killed you.
Gabriel can't make words right now. But, I guess after he does calm down, I don't know. We're okay. Everybody's alive right now. That's the important part. And then I am gonna, like, awkwardly reach down to hand him clothes.
Capper will look down at the clothes on offer, then regard his own form and give a brisk nod. Thank you. Before sauntering off to a quieter part of the bungalow, away from Alia, who somehow has not awoken during all of this, and then returns with his new garb. Still, I'm sorry. It was my turn to protect you for once, and failed. I'm still too weak.
We're gonna figure it all out, okay?
Yeah.
And I guess I will track down Vitor again. So this your weird space in between worlds. You mentioned it being, like, foggy and hard to navigate this time, as opposed to per usual.
Yes. That's correct.
And Gabriel is, like, thinking back to his memories of what it looked like when he entered the dream state. He didn't really, like, get a solid look around, but was it also foggy?
Yes.
Okay. So, if we were entering it and I also saw a bunch of fog, then maybe it's due to what Ryan is doing in there. Were you able to hear just a bunch of voices in there?
He looks a bit perplexed as his eyes narrow, and he says, "No, that wasn't the case for me at all."
Oh, okay. When we put on the amulets to get in, there's basically a cacophony of voices that sometimes gave me some cryptic information and told Manuelo to stay put and basically stop resisting as he was, like, wandering around or something. What did they tell me again? Breaching the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth wall, no floor, you fall. Something like that? I have no idea what it means. But they said that to me. And then another meaningless phrase. And then I took a look around, and I was just in that space surrounded by fog.
Interesting. He brings a hand to his cheek and examines the words you've given him to work with. It all does seem like mindless babbling. Unless you can decipher some meaning from all this.
No, but I guess, like, are you a? I guess I was wondering, like, if you can go freely in and out, I can blow fog away to get a better look at what's going on. I'm just a little scared to go in through the amulet.
I see. Then I'm just trying to think. There is certainly a way I could take you in there with me, he says, readying his cane. But just be prepared. The buffer of having the amulet is a different experience entirely to going in there yourself.
Okay, is it gonna be less or more dangerous?
Well, it depends. How world-weary would you say you are, friend?
I've never visited a different dimension.
He
but I don't want to get brainwashed by a fiend, and that's what would happen what I risk when I put on the amulet.
He taps his lips gently and says, "That is a problem. For going into this place with no buffer, with no other self, as is created with that amulet, it's quite overwhelming the first time, and has a tendency to drive its user insane, you see."
Okay, then maybe just make sure that you take the amulet off me right away. I mean, within 5 minutes, then. And I'll try. I will take a look around. Because then I do not want to risk doing it your way.
Understandable.
And I'm gonna look at Capper as I'm also looking at Capper when I say to take it off me within 5 minutes.
Capper nods briskly, indicating he'll do just that.
Okay. Yeah, so I will pull the amulet out of my pocket, take a seat, and go ahead and put the clasp on and place it around my neck.
I think this is a good cliffhanger to leave off on.
Okay.
Ooh.
Especially because what you might uncover in there will take a little more time than we have, and I don't want to go into
Okay.
overtime this week.
Alright. And nope, we did not beat the first thumbnail this time.
Yeah, it never happens.
But I got the feeling when we got stuck inside that it wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know what you wanted us to do to meet people, baby. You trapped us.
I did not trap you. I expected you to escape the prison somehow without handing yourselves over to the people you made a prison break for.
Well,
Oh
we
well.
tried to escape if we actually killed the dude, but we didn't kill the guy, so there was no.
It's alright. Anyways, thank you all for watching along, and for those of you who are watching the VODs, you're dope. Check us out over on twitch.tv/Matirasu to catch these streams live, and please go check the description for twitch.tv/KosmoMitch. They've been streaming a lot of Played Up lately, and I bet if you just stick around, there'll be a little karaoke here soon too.
Oh my god! Don't want to miss the karaoke streams, Cosmo.
You're too
Fucking
kind. You're too kind.
Not just for the music either. Our boy Cosmo has some fucking moves.
Right? That's what
Shush.
Alright. Everyone, have a nice evening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.